Well, welcome to the ranch. So there's one invention that I had. It's called a brush bullet. It's a bullet that actually kills unwanted trees. So most of these trees you see around me are called cedar trees. And cedar trees aren't native to Texas. They're invasive species. They're not just super bad here. When you get South Texas, they get worse than this. And if you don't do something about it, they'll eventually just take over the whole world. Now these trees, a mature tree like this, these cedar trees will suck 30 gallons of water a day. And that's one of the bad things. They're like a tick on the earth. They're just sucking all the nutrients out of it. The brush bullet is really neat. There's lots of ways that you apply it. You can just throw it out, or you can use an applicator. We've got guns you shoot, or we got the helicopter. We got applicators for the helicopter, which works great. We got drones, it works great. So if you look over here, you can see those trees are scattered. When they're scattered like that, those are the ones that we shoot with the guns. And you can do them a couple ways. You can shoot from the helicopter, you can shoot from a horse, you can shoot from a four-wheeler, you can shoot from a side-by-side. It's just real versatile. We got one deal, an applicator that straps on the side of the helicopter, and we can just float around and just hit them just super fast. And that's the same applicator for the drone. Now, when you get into the thicker spots, so look over here, these spots are almost so thick that you can't really get them all. So we've got another application where we're actually spreading these bullets, and that does a great job. The cool thing about doing like this is it gets all the little bitty trees. You're getting all of them. Now you're gonna do some grass damage, but truthfully, the trees are so thick, there's not a whole lot of grass to damage in between there. In Texas, there's 19 million acres of land that's just like this and worse. And you can't do nothing about it. I mean, you can go dig them up. That tears everything up. You go dig them up. You walk to each one of them. That takes a while. So this way is fast. When we're shooting them, like when they're individually scattered out, you're talking about 100 acres an hour. When we're doing it like this little strip here, which is about 40 acres, took me literally 5 minutes to do. And I killed all them trees in 5 minutes. I want to take you down here and let's go look at these trees a little closer. You know, one of the things that people tell me is like, oh, you can just burn these trees. Well, these trees don't die. So if you see this tree here, it's dead there, but you got all this growth here. So in 2006, which would have been, 16 years ago, we had a big fire come through here and it burned all these cedar trees up. And everybody says, oh, it kills your cedar trees. Nope, it doesn't. This is what it killed, the tops, and then it comes right back. The problem when you get into killing cedar trees is you got a lot of these small trees, okay? So I've designed these bullets to be able to kill small trees and big trees. So each bullet will kill a 3-foot tree. So say this tree right here, one bullet kills this tree, okay? So now you move to a bigger tree, to like say a 6-foot tree. This tree right here, 2 bullets kills this tree, okay? And then as you move to these bigger trees, you just figure 3 foot per tree. So this tree here, let's say 3 to 4 bullets are going to kill this tree, okay? And what you do is you shoot the bullet from the gun or from the helicopter. The tree catches the bullet and then it drops down on the ground. And then when it rains, the rain takes it into the ground and then it's drawn up through the trees. And so then it's killed the trees from the ground up, from the roots up, and then the tree decays really fast. And that's important that the dying tree decays fast because we don't want a whole bunch of skeletons out here. So you can see behind me, these trees get really thick. And this is where we use the spreader bucket to spread the chemical. And the neat thing about it is it gets all the trees. So you get a big tree catches a couple bullets, but then you catch these little guys. So like these little guys, you're not gonna catch these little guys with a gun from the helicopter or even driving around on a Ranger. But you catch these little guys, well then that saves you from having to come back and treat them in 5 years. So when we wanna be killing these trees is starting in like February, end of February, March, through July is a really good time to be getting the chemical out. Now, when you get the chemical out, it takes about 3/4 of an inch of rain to completely dissolve the bullet. for the bullet to be gone down. And then, you know, an inch of rain is better. We don't want a hard rain, but we do want enough rain to dissolve the bullet. And the neat thing about the bullets, like I said, one bullet kills 3 foot of tree. Well, we don't want all the chemical right here. We want one here, one there, one there. We want to be able to surround it. And that's the reason why when I design these things, I design them to be hit multiple times so that it kills the whole tree. Because if you hit it just all right here, it just kills half the tree. So you get a 3/4 of an inch of rain, it's in the ground, and then within about a month or two, these cedar trees will be dying. Mesquite trees takes longer. Russian olives are really fast, but it'll kill about any tree you want to kill. Terrain is a big deal. So traditional ways of killing cedar trees right now, which is where we're squirting them individually, or we're getting in here with a track hoe and tearing the world up. Well, you can't get inside of a hill like this. And that's where my product you can. You can sit up here with a gun, shoot them if you want all day long. You get in here with the drone, or you bring your helicopters in here and you get them. And you just look at the side of these hills, see all these cedar trees are getting smoked. Too easy. I mean, it's just too easy. This little swath here literally took me 5 minutes to kill all these trees. I don't have to tell you, you know, you kill these cedar trees, you're gonna get more grass, more grazing, less water consumption out of the ground, just being able to manage your land. Not only, I tell you what, you know, everybody talks about what a fire danger these things are. These things, when you have a range fire and these things are blowing up, there's no getting in here and putting the fire out. I mean, you got to let it, they're a serious fire hazard. Not only are they a fire hazard, but they're a health hazard. A lot of people are extremely allergic to cedar trees, and the cedar tree pollen is, they play hell on a lot of people. Government subsidies, NRCS, in Texas, and I think at some point water districts are going to be coming in and they're going to be subsidizing landowners to really remove these trees, because NRCS, they realize what a major problem it is. And so there's a lot of help that the NRCS can do, and we'll be working with NRCS to be able to help landowners pay for this product to be able to get these trees removed. You know, used to this property, we could graze a cow for every 20 acres, and then we went to every 25 acres, and then we went to every 30 acres. And the reason we keep going up is because we're getting less grass and more of this crap. And some of this down here, I mean, there's no grass. That's a complete waste. Complete waste. There's no efficient way until now to get rid of them all. So there's going to be a whole new industry started with not only producing the equipment to apply this chemical out, but having people out applying it. So we've got helicopters. Every kind of helicopter person can be applying this stuff. This is an unrestricted chemical. You don't have to have a commercial applicator's license to put it out. All right, we've got a helicopter pod that we load full of the brush bullets, and then that will go on the helicopter or on the drone. And then that is tied into a GPS. And as you drop the bullets on the trees, it'll make a shapefile for you. So then it tracks your acres and amount of chemical and amount of trees that you've actually treated. And so then that can be turned into the NRCS or whoever, or the landowner, and they can see how much chemical you put out, how many trees you've doctored. Now, we normally, when we're out with this pod, our kind of average, when the trees are, say, 100 feet apart, we're averaging about 1,200 bullets an hour. So that's about 400 to 500 trees, depending on the size of the trees that you're killing an hour. So you can kill a lot of trees in an hour. Now, we've got drones that do the same thing. Now, the drones go up. You got one drone goes up, maps the whole pasture, maps every tree, and then we got other drones that come along that will applicate it. Now, the drones will catch up to what we're doing. They're going to have hell keeping up with the helicopter right now. Helicopter is fast. I mean, we are really fast in the helicopter, and accurate, really accurate. Now, if you're not into the helicopter to the drone deal, you can cover a lot of country just shooting them. So you get our guns, and if you can drive a straight line and you shoot 100 feet either side of you, you can cover a 200-foot swath. You can do a lot of acres. You can kill a lot of trees. And then also you can come in here with a four-wheeler. You can come in here horseback, or you can just walk. It doesn't matter. You can walk each tree if you want, but when you get our guns out and you go to shooting trees, it's actually kind of fun, just sitting there going, you know, just shooting trees. One of the things that's really important to me is you just take out the bad trees. You don't take out all the trees. Because if you like me, there's a lot of trees that I want to keep. Like I want to keep my cottonwoods. I want to keep my hackberries. There's trees that are important to me that I want to stay on the ranch. I don't want to just kill everything around, every tree in the world. I want to be able to strategically take each tree out individually. So where we're at is we're waiting on the EPA. So we're waiting on labeling. Labeling was supposed to have been done the first week of 2023. Of course, the government, they're delaying and delaying. So hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully we've got our labeling done and we're out spring of 23, summer of 23. Fingers crossed. You know, it's ready to go. We're just waiting on the government for that. You'll see it, and it'll be called Brush Bullet, and we'll be following up with y'all. But there will need to be dealers. We're going to be needing, if you got a helicopter or a drone business, or you're wanting to start something like that, you need to be getting in contact with us, because we are going to be looking for, as soon as we get labeling, we're going to be looking to have these guys come out here and start applying it for the ranchers. The ranchers are going to be needing people like y'all to get it out there. So Texas will be the first state to implement it, and we'll be rolling pretty fast here in Texas. So once we get it out there, it's going to be popular. All right, so this is a lot of years of putting together, and a lot of years of I haven't been able to tell anybody, and now we're finally telling people. So I know y'all have a lot of questions. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna let my clone, who's standing down here, answer all your questions, and y'all have a good day.